Ukraine uses a secret experimental weapon to down Russian glide bombs. What could it be? Let's analyze. Something new in Ukraine's arsenal is making Russia's much-hyped glide bombs look a little less, well, glidey. On February 6, Ukraine's Air Force reportedly used an experimental weapon to blast a Russian guided aerial bomb out of the sky over Zaporizhzhia. Details? Classified. Effectiveness? Confirmed. Reaction from the Kremlin? Likely an emergency brainstorming session featuring increasingly desperate explanations. Hey friends, Wes here, and the Ukrainian military, keeping its cards close to its chest, has not revealed the exact nature of this mystery weapon. However, Ukrainian Air Force spokesman Yuriy Ihnat confirmed that this isn't the first time such a weapon has been used, suggesting that Russia's glide bomb monopoly might be coming to an abrupt end. Quote, "We need a comprehensive approach to counter these threats. That means both ground-based air defenses and air superiority to push Russian bombers as far away as possible." Well, I agree. In fact, my very first YouTube video in this new era was about how Ukraine could use its new F-16s to push back the range of Russia's glide bomb dropping aircraft. I still think the ideas hold up, so have a look. What's particularly notable is that this interception was not an isolated event. Ukrainian forces have been steadily improving their air defense tactics, successfully downing multiple different types of Russian aerial threats in recent months, from glide bombs and Shahed drones to cruise missiles. Reports suggest that this new experimental system may have been in testing for some time, gradually being refined before being deployed in a high-stakes scenario like this one. Western analysts believe that Ukraine's growing capability to intercept these bombs could be the result of foreign technological assistance, indigenous innovation, or a mix of both. While Kyiv remains silent on the specifics, the increasing success rate of these defenses suggests that whatever they're doing, it's working. For those unfamiliar with these particular flying death machines, Russia's guided aerial bombs, or KABs, are essentially oversized dumb bombs given wings and guidance systems, allowing them to be dropped from a safe distance beyond Ukraine's standard air defense range. Unlike missiles, they don't have engines, making them harder to track and intercept, at least until now. According to Ukraine's Air Force Command, Russia's lobbed nearly 40,000 of these bombs in 2024 alone, with Zaporizhzhia taking more than its fair share of hits. Russian forces commonly use these glide bombs with UMPK kits capable of leveling entire buildings. But if Ukraine's new weapon can reliably intercept them, Moscow's unstoppable aerial campaign just hit a serious snag. Russia's increasing reliance on these weapons tells us a couple of interesting things. First, when faced with Ukrainian resistance, the Kremlin doubles down on brute force rather than strategic adaptation. And second, Russia likely has far more glide bombs than it has precision munitions. While glide bombs may seem cost-effective and easy to deploy, they also signal something deeper: Russia's inability to establish air superiority. These bombs are a workaround, a way to keep striking Ukraine without exposing expensive aircraft to the country's growing air defense network. In other words, it's a desperate attempt to stay in the fight while avoiding direct confrontation with Ukraine's increasingly well-equipped forces. But if Ukraine's experimental weapon proves effective on a large scale, Russia will need to rethink its entire strike doctrine. The glide bomb strategy has been relatively unchallenged until now. If Ukraine can systematically neutralize these bombs, Russia will be forced to either commit aircraft to riskier operations or tap into its strategic reserve of advanced and more expensive weaponry. Given the state of the Russian defense industry, crippled by sanctions and corruption, it's unclear whether Moscow can afford either option in the long run. So, what could this mystery experimental weapon be? Well, military analysts have been scrambling to reverse engineer Ukraine's new trick based on limited information. Defense Express speculated that it could involve modified anti-aircraft artillery, such as the Soviet-era Zu-23-2, a twin-barreled autocannon originally designed to engage low-flying aircraft. This would only work if Ukraine had integrated some novel, net-new advanced radar system on the Zu-23. If true, that would be particularly embarrassing for Russia. Imagine your high-tech bombs being swatted down by a 1950s era weapon your own country designed. Especially since hitting a glide bomb would be like trying to hit a bullet with another bullet. Another theory is that Ukraine has modified existing Western supplied air defense systems, potentially integrating new targeting capabilities to track and engage glide bombs, despite their lack of a heat signature. Some speculate that the radar-assisted targeting systems have been enhanced to detect the distinct flight path of these bombs, allowing for precision strikes before impact. There's also the possibility that Ukraine has deployed an entirely new surface-to-air missile system developed with Western assistance. Reports indicate that defense manufacturers have been working closely with Ukraine to test and refine systems in real combat conditions, meaning this interception could be the result of months of behind-the-scenes development. Well, let's take a look at Ukraine's other air defense options and see if we can figure out, through the process of elimination, if it's one of these. So the first is the MIM-104 Patriot PAC-3 variant, which is designed to intercept ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and aircraft, making it one of Ukraine's most advanced air defense systems. It uses hit-to-kill technology, meaning it physically collides with the target rather than using an explosive warhead. This ensures destruction, but requires extreme accuracy. Glide bombs, however, are relatively small and don't have a propulsion system that emits a heat signature, making them harder to track. But the biggest issue is cost effectiveness. Firing $1 million PAC-3 missile at a cheap glide bomb isn't sustainable. That said, the system could be used in emergency situations to protect critical infrastructure or major cities. Ukraine has only a few Patriot batteries, making it difficult to deploy them everywhere they're needed. The next option might be the SAMP-T system, provided by Italy and France. It's Europe's answer to the Patriot. It's a long-range, high-altitude air defense system designed to counter ballistic and cruise missiles. It uses the Aster 30 missile, which has a high agility and can potentially intercept a glide bomb in mid-air. Like the Patriot, though, it suffers from limited availability. Ukraine has only 1 or 2 units, meaning it can only protect a small area. The next option might be the IRIS-T SLM. The IRIS-T is one of the most promising Ukrainian air defense systems for countering glide bombs. It's a short to medium range system with an infrared guided missile, meaning it doesn't rely solely on radar tracking. It has a high probability of intercepting low-flying, maneuvering targets if placed correctly near potential attack zones. Ukraine has received multiple IRIS-T batteries from Germany, making this a more scalable solution than Patriot or SAMP-T. Then there's the NASAMS option, the National Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile System. This is a Western system that protects against cruise missiles, drones, and aircraft using AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles. It has a fast reaction time, but was not originally designed for intercepting small, fast-moving bombs. But given that AMRAAMs have successfully shot down Shahed drones and even some ballistic missiles, NASAMS could theoretically engage glide bombs if detection is early enough. Like IRIS-T, it's more plentiful than Patriot, making it more viable for widespread use. But the ZU-23 is a gun, not a missile. That is to say, an autocannon. If Defense Express is right in its speculation, this would mean allowing the glide bomb to get incredibly close to its target before interception. Now we're in the realm of SHORAD, or short-range air defense. If these options are on the table, then it could be a number of other options. The most likely would be the Gepard self-propelled anti-aircraft gun. It's already Ukraine's go-to system for shooting down Shahed drones and low-flying threats. Equipped with twin 35mm autocannons, it can fire high-explosive incendiary rounds at incoming targets. If properly positioned, it could engage glide bombs in their final descent, though timing would be tricky due to the bomb's speed. The main limitation is the range. The Gepard works best within 4 kilometers, meaning it can only protect small areas. Regardless of what the weapon is, its effectiveness is already shifting the battlefield dynamics, forcing Russia to rethink its aerial attack strategies. If Ukraine can consistently neutralize glide bombs, Russia will have to return to the drawing board, something it hasn't been particularly good at lately. Ukraine's ability to shoot down a glide bomb is more than just a tactical win. It's a sign that Kyiv's military ingenuity continues to outpace Russia's battlefield expectations. If this new weapon proves effective on a large scale, it could significantly reduce the damage caused by Russia's long-range bombing strategy. I think the big takeaway here is that Ukraine is iteratively closing its skies to Russia's terror campaign. Russia's glide bomb attacks, which are themselves a sign of tactical weakness, will become more difficult in the coming months. Neutralizing these glide bombs is another tooth removed from the Russian bear's mouth, and pretty soon, he'll have no teeth left. That's it for today, friends. Subscribing is the single best way you can show your support for this channel, since the number of subscribers is sort of a show of social proof. Plus, I got this mug that says that, well, I'm kind of a big deal on YouTube, so we have to make this a reality. Manifest. And as always, Ukraine, keep punishing the Russian invaders. Glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. Crimea is Ukraine.